Hey, Yolanda. Tell me, Yolanda. Yolanda, I'm here. I'm sorry. We were discussing some free water from the celebration. No, I left a really big case of Deer Park spring water. I don't even think I drank one bottle of that water. I drank other water that from Whaley's and stuff that we got. But I don't even think I had one bottle of that water. Deer Park. You enjoy it, Janae. Drink of me. At least Janae got it, because I don't remember seeing it in the garage. So at least Janae got it. Janae can stay hydrated and think of me. All right, Janae? Good. I really am glad that Janae got it. It's better than just being left there. Okay. So, let's see. That's what we were laughing about that. I'm sorry I'm late. Yolanda's really upset that I'm late. Sorry, Yolanda, but we do have an update on that LDS author who is charged with poisoning her husband. Now it's coming out about an affair that, well, he thought she was having an affair. So a little more information on that, and we'll take a look at that. Okay, let's just say hi to everybody. Hi, Chris Reed, Deborah L, Two Scooter, Lisa L, Margot. Looks like I've got every wrench here in creation. Lisa L, you may be the only unwrenchable here. Wrench. And Kato and Yolanda. Wow. Okay. All right, let me see. And RMA Wise and Janae. Look at this. Wow. Okay. That's crazy. Okay. Lots and lots of wrenches. Lots and lots of wrenches. All right, let me go to live chat. I don't know. I am dying for a glass of water. Because we're talking about water, and now I want to taste the Deer Park water, even though I have really good water here. Okay. Anyway, I'm still have my lucky cat here. If my daughter saw this, she probably would have swiped it from me, because I bought her a little lucky cat because it looks like Smidge. It looks like my grand cat. And my daughter's been bothering me. When am I going to come down and to see my grand cat? She was asking me today, when are you coming down to see your grand cat? And so I have to go down and meet my grand cat, but that looks like my grand cat. Hi, Isabel B. And this is from Lacey. Like I told you guys, I'm still going through my stuff, and I'm going through my shelves, and I'm going to do those concealed cabinets in my room. I'm going to use, where's the ones I'm going to use? I can't get over and I'm going to show you the colors on another video when I lay them out, because the colors that were coming out this year, there are some like indigos, and of course now that I'm looking through this and trying to show you an indigo, there were some indigos and variations of indigo, and then these like really woody tones. But there were some, I have to use my other camera, because it's very hard for you to see the color tones. But the indigo ones I have, which are in here, they're so like a denim blue, and then there's like all different variations. I'm going to do the frames around my concealed cabinet doors in my bathroom on 2 of them. I just have to find the best way to affix the shells, whether I have to use because I was going to do mosaic, so what kind of adhesive I need on that, and then I'm going to do that, and I'll do it in a video. But I've been getting the ones I'm going to use into a bag, and I've been resorting, and the ones for wind chimes, and I haven't even gone through most of the shells yet. So I've been doing that a lot today. Hi, Marcelina. Hello, LMNW50. Hi, everybody. So I'm going to go through that, but we're going to talk about this this update in this Mormon. Love from Colorado. Hi, 61. How are you? Happy Mother's Day to everyone. My son, I'm going to be seeing my son Michael tomorrow because he was working today, and he said, come down to the restaurant, I have a lot of stuff for you, but I'd rather, he said, but otherwise I'll come up tomorrow. And, you know, I'd rather have him come up tomorrow, and then we can have our unencumbered time. I don't know what lot of stuff he got me. My daughter's talking about get your tea, some kind of fused bracelets. I really don't understand it, and I'm not sure that it's really the right thing for me. So, South Carolina loves Mommy Roundlings. Yes. Mommy Roundlings loves South Carolina. I was looking at houses there today, Janae. I was really looking at houses there today, not to rent, to buy. Let's see. Be nice if I would win the lottery too. Okay. So this woman, and we're probably, everybody's asking about auctions too, maybe Wednesday. Okay. Let me go to this now, the update on this. So, sorry. Let's put this over here. So she was suspected of having an affair throughout their marriage. Corey Richins, charged with 1 count of first-degree aggravated murder, 3 counts of possession of a controlled substance with intent to distribute in connection with the death of her husband, Eric Richins. So a family spokesperson, Greg Scortis, revealed that Eric believed his wife of 9 years was cheating on him before he was murdered. And I quote him saying, he'd had concerns previously, and he also had a reason to believe she was having a relationship, and that was continuing through their marriage, apparently in person. Well, what does he mean, apparently in person, as opposed to an emotional affair? Is that what he means? Okay. The court documents show that on the night of March 3rd, prosecutors say that Corey laced Eric's drink with 5 times the lethal amount of illicit fentanyl. He died hours after ingesting the drink. Leading up to his death, Richins told investigators the couple was celebrating a real estate deal for her business, so she prepared Eric a Moscow mule, which he consumed in their bedroom. That Moscow is going to forever be ruined because of the Idaho Four, and forever now saying Moscow. Okay. During that time, she said she went to sleep with their son, who was experiencing night terrors, and when she returned to their bedroom at 3 a.m., she found him unresponsive and cold to the touch. She called 911, and he was pronounced dead shortly after. Medical examiner determined that Eric died from a fentanyl overdose and said that the illicit drug was laced, his drink was laced with the illicit drug, and his family denied him ever having a substance abuse problem. And the medical examiner was able to see that it was orally ingested. He had previously thought his wife had poisoned him. This is just crazy because as dentist wife too, and then they stayed with their partner, and yeah. She even threw a party on the day after he died. Yeah. Yes. And so now we wait for other updates, but now we're hearing about this affair, and that's all they're giving us on the affair so far. So that's her updates on that. Now let's see what other updates we have. Let's see. Okay, so here we have something that's quite gruesome. In Florida, of all places, would you believe? Florida. A beloved community member whose family has historic roots in Fort Lauderdale is being remembered after she died of an apparent murder-suicide this week. Gwen Bass Kemp was found dead inside a home she shared with Richard Kenneth McDonald. Both were 71 years old. Investigators believe that Richard McDonald shot Gwen Bass Kemp, set the house on fire, and fatally shot himself as police officers made their way to the residence. Around 8:30 p.m., Bass Kemp's son dialed 911 to report that he went to visit his mother and McDonald had pulled a gun on him. I went to go visit my mom, and I walked in on my mom's boyfriend, and he sat there. He pulled a gun out on me. He is a military veteran. I know he has a license to carry. The son could also be heard saying on the call, "Shut up, dude. The only reason I'm leaving is because he pulled a gun on me." As police officers responded to the home in the Lake Air neighborhood, McDonald set the house on fire and then went outside with his gun. The suspect barricaded himself, exited the home, and he shot himself in the front area of the home. Fire crews made their way inside the house and they found Gwen's body. Police are still investigating what led to their deaths. Gwen worked for 18 years as a billing specialist at Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue, where she was remembered as a dedicated colleague. Gwen's loss is tragic and unthinkable, said the Fort Lauderdale city manager Greg Chavaria in a public statement. She was a valued employee for nearly 20 years, and our colleagues are mourning her loss deeply. Our hearts go out to her family during this difficult time, and we ask that they be given the space and time to grieve. James Bass Kemp's father was the first black dentist with his own practice in Fort Lauderdale and had a park named after him, which was just around the corner from the crime scene. Friends and family of Bass Kemp said she was a loving mother and a kind person. She meant a lot to the family, said her cousin, Antoine Jones. She meant love. She was good people. As a person, she was lovely. She was a good, loving mother. I don't feel good. I don't believe this happened because she was such a good person. She was a damn good person. She would help you if she can. Very sad. Okay, so here we have something else. Four teens have been arrested for the murder of a 14-year-old South Carolina girl who was found dead from multiple gunshot wounds Friday morning. The Dorchester County Sheriff's Office Lieutenant Rick Carson said that Drayton Tavares Smalls, 18, Sabin Alexander Buck, 19, Bailey Maria Taylor, 17, and an unnamed 16-year-old have all been charged with murder. Taylor has been charged as an adult. Carson said detectives worked through mounds of evidence after finding Mariah Ezel's body just before 7 a.m. on Friday. He said that there were previous incidents involving the suspects prior to the shooting, which he called a concerted effort by the suspects. He said detectives don't anticipate further arrests, but he wouldn't completely rule that out. All four of the suspects were taken into custody Saturday evening. Terrible. And then that Cash App founder, there's some more information that's been released on him and things that he was involved in. So he was found to enjoy underground sex and drug parties with the suspect's sister. Cash App founder Bob Lee was a frequent participant in underground sex and drug parties for San Francisco's tech world elite. before he was stabbed to death on a city street, allegedly by the brother of a woman who was also a participant in those gatherings called the Lifestyle. The Lifestyle. Lee and tech consultant Nima Momemi allegedly got into an argument about Momemi's sister, Kazar Elisania, who was married to a prominent plastic surgeon, in the hours before the stabbing and visited her apartment just before the fatal incident, as it was previously reported that Momeni asked Lee if he had been doing drugs or anything inappropriate with his sister, which Lee denied. But multiple people, friends of both Lee and Elisania, said that the pair had been sleeping together as well as participating in the Lifestyle. One friend of Lee's, Devon Myers, said the swinging parties helped his friend unwind and connect with other people. The parties had strict rules about anyone who was too drunk or handsy. They would be kicked out. So let's see. Kazar Elisania stands in the hall, head of an appearance by her brother. Okay, so now we have Lee and Momeni were seen on surveillance leaving Elisania's apartment and getting into Momeni's car at about 2 a.m. on April 4th. According to court documents, Momeni drove to a dark and secluded area on a main street where Momeni is accused of stabbing the tech entrepreneur 3 times and leaving. Police found Lee bleeding uncontrollably from wounds to the chest and hip when they arrived just after 2:30 a.m., and he was taken to San Francisco General Hospital where he died. Momeni was arrested on April 13th and charged with murder. His attorney said he will plead not guilty. The Lifestyle. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on 1 second now. We have another case over here where investigators identify remains found on a Georgia hunting property and they arrest the husband. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation, GBI, has identified the remains of a woman found dead on a coastal hunting club last December and arrested her husband for murder. Mindy Mabane Casadas, 40, was living in Savannah at the time of her death with her husband, Nicholas James Casadas, who also went by the name Nicholas Killian James Stark. I've heard this before so much in that name. Nicholas Stark, like Nicholas Spark, isn't it? Partial remains were found at the Port Oak Hunting Club in Riceboro on December 2nd. The body was dismembered and additional remains were found within a 3-mile radius on the grounds of the club, which lie in both Liberty and McIntosh counties. The GBI said it believed the remains were put there around November 27th. Earlier in May, investigators identified the remains using genealogy testing and interviews with Mindy Casadas' family members. Nicholas Casadas was arrested on Friday in Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Lancaster, Pennsylvania. And charged with malice murder. Casadas is awaiting extradition to Georgia. Okay, and then a slingshot helped a boy save his sister from a kidnapper. Might want to get one of those. 13-year-old Michigan boy saved his younger sister from a kidnapper this week when he shot the suspect with his slingshot after she broke free. Michigan State Police said the 8-year-old girl was mushroom hunting in her Alpena County backyard on Wednesday when an unknown male appeared from the woods. The suspect held her mouth shut, but she broke free, and as she did, her brother, who saw the attack, aimed his slingshot, striking the attacker in the head and chest. He was able to grab his slingshot and was able to slingshot something that hit the suspect right in the head, and that caused him to let go. The girl was able to struggle and get away, and he shot another one in the suspect in the chest and then fled the scene. Troopers later found him hiding at a nearby gas station. What the brother did also helped us identify who the suspect was, because obviously he had injuries from getting hit with a slingshot. The suspect was identified as a 17-year-old from Alpena who allegedly told detectives he planned on severely beating the victim. The teen was arraigned Thursday, charged with 1 count of attempted kidnapping, 1 count of attempted assault, and 1 count of assault and battery, and he was held on a $150,000 bond with the next court date, May 17th. Police say the suspect is being charged as an adult, but they have not released his name. Okay, so and then the Idaho Four, we have an update there that family members of Kaylee Gonsalves say they're preparing to face the accused killer of their daughter, Brian Koberger, in court next month. They had an interview with ABC's Good Morning America, and Christy Gonsalves, Kaylee's mother, said despite the uncertainty about what evidence will emerge from the preliminary hearing on June 26, the family is committed to ensuring justice. And I quote her saying, "I think a big thing is for us to go in strong, united as a family. I've never been to a preliminary trial before. I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea what we're going to hear. But I know that I've got my son and my daughter who will be there, and my sister and my husband." Prosecutors allege that Koberger, 28 years old, fatally stabbed Gonsalves and 3 friends, Madison Mogan, Zana Kernettle, and her boyfriend, Ethan Chapin, inside a house near the University of Idaho campus in the early morning hours of November 13th of 2022. He is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder and burglary. At the time of the murders, Koberger was a PhD student at Washington State University, which is about a 15-minute drive from the house where they were killed. Now, Kaylee Gonsalves' father, Steve, added that he is interested in knowing more about the evidence that investigators have collected, and then I'm going to bring it, Steve said. And he's going to realize that this is the family that's going to make sure he doesn't get away with it. On Saturday, the University of Idaho will honor the 4 victims and award them posthumous degrees during the school's graduation ceremony. Mogan will receive a bachelor's degree in marketing. Gonsalves will be awarded a bachelor's degree in general studies. Kernettle will receive a certificate in marketing, while Chapin will receive a certificate in recreation, sport, and tourism management. And here's a very strange case. So, a Texas mother is accused of tying her son to a seatbelt and then dragging him down a highway as punishment for insulting her. On May 2nd, authorities arrested 61-year-old Marianne Louise Stade in connection with the allegations which reportedly occurred earlier in the day. The situation began when someone called the Archer County Sheriff's Office claiming to have seen a woman dragging a child from the back of a vehicle on Highway 79 South. A sheriff's deputy located and stopped the vehicle. The driver, who the deputy identified as Stade, said that her son had called her an insulting name, so she pulled over and was waiting on the child to apologize. Stade allegedly denied that she had dragged the boy, whose age was not publicly released. And so the deputy directed the child to apologize, cleared the call, and let the woman go. However, a short while later, Archer County Sheriff Jack Curd called the deputy and said that he had just received a text message from a witness that included video allegedly showing the child forced to run alongside the vehicle with a seatbelt wrapped around him. The video reportedly showed Stade speeding up and stopping abruptly multiple times, while the boy at one point was grasping onto the vehicle with his feet that were off the ground. The deputy pulled Stade over again and asked her about the video. She allegedly replied that her son wouldn't get out of the road and that she needed to control him, according to the newspaper. The deputy collected more information, released Stade again, and cleared the call. Deputies later that day located Stade a third time and arrested her. She's been charged with one count of abandoning or endangering a child and was released after posting $100,000 bond. Authorities allege that Stade placed the child in imminent danger of death or serious bodily injury. This is crazy. She's 61. How old could the child be? Unless it's a foster child. I don't know how old the child could be. Okay, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know. Try to find where the heck is the live stream right here. Okay, here we go. He should be charged with attempted murder. Hi, Native Libra. Hi, Kelly B. Man, the true crime community has gone so toxic about this Idaho Four. I can hardly watch anyone else. They have all these conspiracy theories. It's crazy, shaking my head. Really? They're still going on about crazy conspiracies? Yeah. We run on facts here. Are they really? All kinds of crap going on? Yeah, that's with any case. You'll always get those channels that have to keep it going with some crap. Keep it going with crap. That's not our motto here. Hi, Katrina Shivers. How are you? Hi, little lady. Okay, so let's see what else we have. Okay, so doodly-doo. So speaking of those honors of the Idaho Four, they said that there was a heartbreaking moment of the parents of the Idaho quadruple murder victims accept their posthumous degrees. The parents of Madison Mogen forced back tears as they accepted her posthumous degree 6 months after she was murdered along with 3 other students. The posthumous bachelor degrees were awarded to the families of Mogen, Kaylee Gonsalves, who were both seniors at the time of their November 13th murders. Certificates were provided for Zana Kernuttle and Ethan Chapin. Mogen's heartbroken parents tried to hold it together as they walked on the stage to accept the bachelor's degree for their daughter in marketing at the school's spring commencement ceremonies on Saturday. Let's see. Madison's family will always be members of the Vandal family. University President Scott Green said during the ceremony. So thank you for joining us today to celebrate her academic achievements and contributions to University of Idaho. The Gonsalves family received a posthumous bachelor degree in general studies on behalf of their daughter during the second commencement ceremony later in the day on Saturday. Chapin, who was a freshman, was awarded a certificate in recreation, sports, and tourism management, and Zaina, who was a junior, was awarded a certificate in marketing. Certificates acknowledge credit towards degrees in progress. The University of Idaho continues to amaze us with its unwavering support, Stacy and Jim Chapin said in a statement. We appreciate the school awarding a posthumous degree to Ethan. We also want to recognize the thousands of kids graduating and the hard work they put in to earn their diplomas. Our family wishes them all the best. Green announced in February that the residence that the murders occurred in will be demolished as a healing step for the community. We will never forget Zaina, Ethan, Madison, and Kaylee, and I will do everything in my power to protect the dignity and respect of their memory, Green said in the statement at the time. Okay, and all right. Now let's see here. We have something else. The Gonsalves family has also asked the lower court judge to lift the gag order, saying their attorney should be allowed to speak about the family opinions on the case on their behalf. A hearing on Gonsalves' request has been set for May 25th. Media organizations have argued that a gag order enforced in the case violates the First Amendment rights of a free press. The order prohibits attorneys, prosecutors, law enforcement agencies, and others involved in the case from talking to the news media unless they are quoting directly from a court document. Last week, the Idaho Supreme Court unanimously denied the request, saying that the news groups should have first asked the lower court to have the order lifted. The Supreme Court justices did not weigh in on whether the gag order violates First Amendment rights. This court has long respected the media's role in our constitutional republic and honored the promises in both the Idaho Constitution and First Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, said Justice Gregory Moeller in the High Court's decision. Trying to see if there's anything else that we need to discuss here. We talked about the RVs. Plan of using power. No. What is this about? Wow. A Kentucky vacation rental house reveals a secret bunker and a grisly murder site. What? Well, it doesn't look like that from the picture. It says she rented what was advertised. Is this a real thing? Or is this one of those stupid things? I'm not even going to go into this because I don't even know if this is one of those stupid things. Huh. All right, let's do something else. Let me do something else. Hang on. Just a little bit. that we haven't done in a long time. So hold on a second. Let me get something here. Hold on. Okay, so here we go. Let's remove this. Let's see. My sister went to an Ivy League college and an Ivy League law school. Right out of law school, she got a job at one of the biggest law firms in America as a litigation lawyer. She was making well over $200,000 as a starting salary. Shortly after she finished law school, she married a surgeon who adored and loved her. She threw all that away. She had an affair with one of her clients. His litigation case was from the same acts as his criminal trials. He's a scumbag who had a criminal record already. Despite his parents having money, his crimes were enough to still put him in jail. He wasn't in jail when they met, but my sister got busted when she was visiting him in jail after his sentencing. She visited him as his lawyer, but didn't disclose they were in a romantic relationship. They got caught by employees at the jail. She lost her job at the law firm. She tried fighting it, but got disbarred because having a romantic relationship with a client was forbidden. She was sued and also got arrested for both smuggling things like a cell phone into the jail and for helping him cover up his crimes and destroying evidence in the lawsuit. Her husband left her when she got busted at the jail, and it came out today that the baby she was pregnant with, my nephew, was not his. It sounds like a darn soap opera. I was away at college when all this was going on, so I only heard details from my mom and dad, and I thought they were exaggerating it, but it's all true. And now I am home until the fall when I start graduate school. My sister lives with my parents. She's on probation and is doing a reunification plan to get custody of my nephew back. He's lived with scumbag sister, who is the opposite of a criminal brother since he was born. I visit them sometimes. My sister works in the stockroom at a Target store. I'm tired of my sister complaining about how unfair everything is and how she is mistreated. And it wasn't that bad. She constantly goes on and on about it and acts like a victim. I finally snapped and told her it was her fault and she has no one else to blame. I also said it's just the wrong attitude to have if she wants to rebuild her life and get custody of my nephew. She's pissed off. Even my dad said I could be kinder to her because she's at rock bottom. Was I wrong for what I said? My sister wasn't a child. She was a highly paid lawyer with an Ivy League education. She knew what she was doing was wrong on so many levels. She created this mess, and I'm tired of her constantly complaining and whining. She's really pissed, wants me to take it back, and says it's caused a huge argument. Yet she's at rock bottom. Was I wrong for what I said? Yes or no? Was the person wrong for what they said? And you can put yes or no in there. Let me see what you guys are saying. Nope, not the a-hole. L says yes, a-hole. Little lady says, what a relief that was. Oh, they're talking. No, not the a-hole. No, 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 no. Okay. So no. Hi, Snow Bunny. How are you? Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, let's see. Hold on. Let me see what this is about. I don't know if I want that one. Hold on a minute. I do have to get a drink of water. I can't stop thinking about that water. So hold on a minute. I'm going to get a drink of water. Go ahead there. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Let's get over here. Okay, here we go. I'm a single mother with a 13-year-old son, and I was super disappointed today because I got nothing other than a Happy Mother's Day, Mom, at noon from my son. I didn't expect much. My love language is action service. Doing the dishes without me asking or making me breakfast or even a handwritten card would have been enough to make me happy. I asked him to make me something to eat, and he said he would have been, no. And he said, he went and sat on the couch and played on his phone for an hour. I may be in my feels some because my mom has been gone for 23 years and I want nothing more than to be able to tell her Happy Mother's Day. I just need to know if I'm expecting too much from him and punishing him for my sadness, or did I screw up somewhere and not teach him the importance of celebrating other people? Okay. I don't know what okay, so that's the... I don't know what they said. They didn't really. They're always saying, I think it's a little weird to be putting my love language expectations on your child. Okay, let's forget that one. That one is not really good. Okay, here we go. I'm 30 years old and have a wife and 2-year-old daughter of my own. My wife and I both work full-time and have another child on the way. Both my parents are retired. They live 30 minutes away from us. My mom has been telling my sister, who's 4 years older than me and lives at home with our parents, works full-time and doesn't pay the rent, bills, or cook, or do any chores, but that's a different story, what she wants for Mother's Day. My sister has been texting me since Monday on behalf of my mom, trying to set up plans to celebrate. It started that my mom wanted us all to play golf today, followed up by a dinner afterwards. I already had plans on the calendar for today, but they tried to book a tea time around my plans. I ultimately called Mom directly earlier in the week, telling her that I can't make golf work and that it's logistical nightmare trying to keep a 2-year-old entertained on the course for multiple hours. I suggested we go to dinner or breakfast instead. She made no effort to hide how disappointed she was that I couldn't make this happen. Fast forward to today. We met for dinner at a brewery as a family, and it's chaotic as hell. The place is absolutely packed. There's a live band playing. Nobody can even hear each other, and our kid is running around like crazy. Eventually, my mom says she thinks we should do Mother's Day as an even bigger group next year to include my wife's parents in the celebration so we don't have to split the days between families in the next few years. My wife's parents absolutely do not want to make Mother's Day, Father's Day a big family get-together with in-laws every year. They don't even make plans or really give a shite how it's celebrated. I react to my mom's suggestion by suggesting that maybe we don't make Mother's Day a big family get-together at all in the future years. I say that it's just kind of stressful for us to plan to get together, considering that my wife and I have a lot going on in our lives. She is immediately offended, and her attitude is soured until we leave for the night. Am I the a-hole for trying to cancel Father's Day as a mandatory big family get-together holiday every year? Do other grown adults celebrate this holiday as a get-together every year with their parents, even when they have families of their own? So they want to know if they're the a-hole for saying they do not want to have a big family get-together. Are they, yes or no? Let's see what you guys say. Are they yes or no? Hi, Jen. Some vitamins. No, they're not. They're not a-holes. So if they don't want to have that big family gathering, that's okay, Kevin. Yes, they are blessed to have a mom, Al says. So Al says they're big fat a-holes. Okay. High 61s, some celebrate, some don't. Yeah, it's just the way it goes. It's just the way the cookie crumbles. Oh, Scooter missed it all. Sorry, Scooter missed it all. Do whatever I'm wants. Do whatever the mom wants. I think that's what you mean to say, right? Kevin says yes, it may be too much for them. They may have other things to do. Elle says it doesn't really matter. Elle says they got to do what you want to do. Hold on a minute. I got to go get something before I get sick. You think they are the Idaho? You were getting something to drink, little lady. You weren't listening either? All right. I don't know what to think. You weren't listening, little lady? Snow Bunny said, if I had my mom back, I'd do anything she asked. Sure miss her. Going to the grave isn't the same. Exactly. Yeah, Kevin, High 61 was there saying all this stuff, and while the Tory was having a conniption. High 61 was losing his mind. He was going crazy. Hi, Jen Grill. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, let's look. Let's look. We haven't done this in a while either. Hold on. Going to look at this house. Where's Barb Olson? In Maine. Now this house is Lieutenant Hathorne House, 1784, nestled on 16.80 plus minus acres in Woolwich, Maine. Complete with 616 feet of water frontage on Nequasset Lake, a rustic lakeside cabin. Listed in the National Registry of Historic Places in recognition of its architectural significance as a good example of late Georgian, early Federal-style domestic architecture, the home features all the charm of all old with all the convenience of new and retains many period details throughout. Okay, let's take a look. It's just 6 minutes downtown to Bath, 15 minutes to Main Street, Brunswick, and 43 minutes to Portland. There's a pool. And it's on the lake. There, you can walk down to the lake. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, a lot of weird things, like this golf club over here in the corner. Okay, that's weird, odd. Is that for security purposes? What is that? This is a bit odd too, this, whatever that is in the bathroom. A little bit of weird groutage going on here. This is odd. What is that, like a wasp trap in the laundry room? Here's a shell. Shells are following me. Comet cleanser. What is all of this? Uh-oh, I think somebody did something. Let me see. How do I become a member again? Hi. Hi, CIA mommy. You click the membership. Look at Nightbot. They have a membership link. Thank you for the super chat. Okay, so then they have, this is weird. What is this? What's this? This is their little key rack. This looks like this would fall off every time they open the little door. What the heck is this stuff over here? They have a lot of stuff like in the corners that looks like they hit people with it. There's the golf club again. Okay, let's check out the kitchen. This is an Ethan Allen table. This is an Ethan Allen bench over here. I like all this conglomeration over here in the corner of the kitchen. It's too wiry and too yucky. There's another Ethan Allen piece over here. Thank you for becoming a member, Snow Bunny. Okay. Got some. This is an interesting bowl with the legs. The brass is back in style now. Another sword over here to cut somebody's head off. Okay, they're not messing around in this house. They'll get you with the golf club and then they'll knock your block off. Those cans are old school. Lots of cooking going on over there with that Franklin stove. And we've got some of those Toby-ish mugs. Strange. Little tiny ukulele over there. Okay, the bathroom. Another bathroom. It's weird that actually looks like there's glass on that wall there. Okay, here we see this Okay, and again, back to the kitchen. This is very odd. It seems like... Okay, let's go upstairs. Okay, this tiny little bench over here. And the bed stairs. Wide plank flooring. Little sewing room. Nicely appointed. The closet. And what is this back here? A steamer. She's serious. And then there's this room. Then this room. It's Glary and Wally's room. Leave it to Beaver. Lots of fireplaces in this house, and this is an odd statue. It's a mermaid? Okay. All right. Okay, there's the lake. All right, and there's a little cabin back there. Okay, guys, so how much for that? All right, how much for that house? Again, that's on almost 17 acres, built in 1784, with 616 feet on that lake. It's in Maine. How much, guys? How much? The kitchen flows into the keeping room with a large fireplace and floor-to-ceiling paneling. Host friends and loved ones in the formal dining room and retire to the adjacent living room for stimulating conversations over a cup of tea or decaf coffee. Well, who the hell wants decaf coffee? The neighboring first floor guest full bath incorporates a clear shower wall, revealing its original wood paneling. So yeah, they did have that. Upstairs you'll find 2 spare bedrooms boasting period details telling of this historic home, such as wainscoting and gunstock beams. The front colonial is complete with a small 3rd bedroom, a bonus room, a sewing room, and an attic that offers ample storage with the opportunity for additional living space. The attached L features a spacious primary suite with a full bath offering 2 sinks and a standing shower. Well, what are you going to sit in the shower? A standing shower? Come on. And a large walk-in closet with built-ins. The unfinished attached space above the garage offers ample storage space with the opportunity for additional living space. Okay. And it says about that rustic cabin. Let me see. A small rustic will lead down to the water's edge, and a small rustic cabin is down there. So how much is this? Oh, Barb Olson is back. Hi, Barb Olson. $200K, 2-scooter? Yeah, you wish. It's $900K, guys. Come on. Really? Really? Uh-oh, what's the matter with Snow Bunny? What happened? Been terribly sick, but I'm not giving up, and I keep fighting it. Oh, don't you dare give up. We're praying for you, and you make a full recovery. Okay, prayer, Snow Bunny. Praying for you. It's a lot, Kevin says. Okay. All right, Kevin. That's fine. Look at this. Here's another. Bring your bucolic dreams to this picturesque estate with 1850s light-filled historic cape on 50-plus acres in Woolwich, Maine. It's in the same town, guys. Okay? 50 acres. 50. You got it. 50 acres. Let's see what this is, okay? It's in the same location. Woolwich, Maine. Let's take a look. Okay. So, enter through this spacious mudroom with the beautiful beadboard ceiling and ample storage space. Entertain friends and loved ones in the open kitchen and dining room with propane stove and views of the front gardens. The kitchen's complete with soapstone countertops and a farmhouse sink. First floor full bathroom features a shower with a tub and laundry. Keep warm in the winter or take the edge off cool summer days in the sun-drenched living room with wood-burning stove. Adjacent sitting room could serve as a first floor bedroom with the opportunity for single-story living. Upstairs you'll find 2 guest bedrooms and the primary suite. The primary suite boasts dual closets with built-in storage, 3 skylight windows, and an ensuite full bath with a standing shower, clawfoot tub, and the linen closet. Savor morning coffee or evening drinks on the northeasterly facing farmer's porch and back deck just off the kitchen. Let's take a look. Okay, they have outside established perennial gardens that bloom all season long, filled with allium, rose bushes, irises, columbines, sweet pea, poppies, and much more. Enjoy the peace of mind that comes with an automatic full house generator. That's very, very, very good. Detached 2-bay garage with a studio and propane stove. Above offers ample storage space with the opportunity for additional living space. Open air-filled barn features 4 12-by-12 stalls, a heated tack room with hot and cold water, hay lofts that hold 800 bales. Enjoy the convenience of a high and dry round arena with sand gravel footing. The large lower grass pasture offers convenience of multiple divisions for rotational grazing. Young orchard on the hill features apple, cherry, and pear trees. Small dirt road lined with 2 magnolias leads you out back where a small rustic cabin and walking trails await. Just 9 miles to downtown Bath. Okay, and 51 miles to Portland International Jetport. Built in 1850. Again, it's 50 plus acres, guys. 50 plus. You want horses? You've got horses. That must be the mud room. There's the kitchen. Looks like it has a, is that a Viking stove? That's pricey. It's big bucks. Big bucks. And you've got a farmhouse sink. And soapstone counters. Look at those big bellows. And that broom. That wall color is atrocious. Can't handle that wall color. But I like those built-ins. I like those little chairs and stuff they have. A little tiny rocking chair. Old bears sitting on chairs. Bowl and a brush and a bowl full of mush and quiet old ladies whispering hush. Good night, room. That's weird. It looks like they sawed off the rest of the poles there. Posters. Bears on chairs, dogs on beds. Sorry, there's like 239 pictures here, and we've got this huge barn. Okay, 50 plus acres, a full house generator. All of this stuff. I've got to stop with the pictures because I'm falling asleep and it's going to be night time soon. What do you think this is? We're starting to get back into our flow. It's going to be hard, but at least we did 2 videos today. That's a plus. That's further than I've done this before. Hi, Jane. How much? It's not wetland. It's all good land. 50 plus acres, all good. You love the barn. Okay, keep going. You love the barn. Just get your prices in. Look, one swing. Raised beds. Got your horses, your John Deere tractor. Look at those beautiful rose bushes by the door. Look at that barn. You got a riding arena. Don't forget you have a riding arena in there. You have an indoor riding arena. You have 50 plus acres. You could build a commune. It's taking everyone time to get on track. Yes, it is. I'm sorry. There's the price. Hi, White Dove. $995,000. Okay, who wants to buy it? I'm going to put the number in Slack, and then I'm going to have to call it a nighty night for me because I am tired. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get back on track. I'm sorry. And then we had this like major trial, and now we have nothing. And so it's really hard to get back on track. We got in a groove with that trial. But we'll see what's going to go on. To go sleepies. So tired. But I hope, thank you to everyone new joining us, and I hope you join us again. Hope you become members, Patreon, so you can join us in other things. And yeah. I put that there. We're going to go to the Zoom, and we will see you all tomorrow. God bless. Good night. Thank you for coming in. Please come again. We appreciate you. Bye now. God bless. Oh no, I don't want to end meeting. Sorry. That's not what I'm doing. Go over here. I'm going to get some sleep. It was nice seeing you, Snow Bunny. Good night, Barb Olson. Please come back, everyone. We'll see you. Hi, Hawk. Love you, Hawk. Miss you.